Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here, returning to you this afternoon, this time for Kane Hill's new record, A Piece of Me I Never Let You Find, album review that I have so been waiting for since it got delayed since last Friday. It was supposed to be out October 25th, but is now coming out tomorrow, officially at midnight tonight. So on November 1st is when it officially comes out, the same day as Skillet's new record. But I'm going to discuss what I listened to for the 12 tracks for a almost 36-minute record. So it's very short. Most of these records I've been listening to most of this year have been very short. But other than that, I'll let you know my thoughts on the 12 tracks that I listened to. So let's dive into this album review. Now it starts with The Pain Ends When You Let Go. This was a pretty good track. It's an intro track to the record going into The Midnight Sun. So it's kind of introducing the album in a way. That sounds pretty interesting for the melody and the haunting melody. So it's pretty cool. So I do dig this. So I'd give it probably a 4.75 out of 5. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's pretty good in its own way. Then you get The Midnight Sun, which is a pretty strong track. Really enjoyed this one for sure. Didn't necessarily hate this record. Sorry, I'm scratching off what I'm writing down. So I gotta change the rating in a second of the album's rating. But other than that, The Midnight Sun is a strong track. Elijah Wood's vocals and his screaming vocals in this are amazing. And his really yelling, singing vocals at the end of it were really strong. And I really enjoyed that. And it sounded really good. So, really dug this track. And it was one of the best singles they dropped. So, 5 out of 5. Ecstasy and Grief is a pretty strong track too. Really enjoyed this one with the drum work and guitar work. It's really heavy for sure. And really packs a punch. And I really did dig his screaming vocals, Elijah Wood. And the drum work and guitar work was pretty strong. 5 out of 5. I Always Knew We Were Doomed did have a screaming bridge at the bridge part of the song, but most of it sounded really good. Very ominous of a track, but in a good way. And it was quite an amazing song. So 5 out of 5 for this one. I really dig this song for sure for how it sounds. Fade was This is the shorter version of Fade because the last song is Fade Into You on this record. But overall, Fade, the 2 minute and 51-second version, is pretty good for how it sounds. I mean, I like the longer version better, personally, because you get more depth and interesting moments in the song that make it sound a lot better. So, basically, this still is a good track, so 5 out of 5. Drowning Therapy is one of my favorite songs, made it as runner-up to the Best Songs of October 2024 video, which definitely go check out that video. I think you will enjoy it. I love the lyrics in it. They push me under the surface, pull me out before I drift away. Tell me all is forgiven, the cycle repeats, cleanse my serenity. I really enjoyed the lyrics for this song. It sounded really amazing. And I think this was a strong track. One of the best songs on the record. 5 out of 5. The Sound of Roses in Bloom. Interesting track, for sure. I'd give it a 4.75 out of 5. It's still pretty good for how it sounds. And Elijah Wood's screaming vocals at a certain moment in the song sound really good. And there was some drum work in the basic most of the track. It was like a little faded out for some of it, but it still sounded strong. So 4.75 out of 5. Eye to Eye Iris is a really good track. For 2 minutes and 25 seconds, I was really enjoying this song. So it's a 5 out of 5 for me. I really did dig this track for how it sounded. It was very short for the runtime, but executed pretty flawlessly. So 5 out of 5. How Could You Lose is a strong track too. Really enjoyed Elijah Wood's vocals. His really falsetto, melodic vocals sound amazing in this track, and it makes the song work for what it's going for. So another 5 out of 5 for sure. Permanence and Sleep was one of the singles, I think the second to last single before they decided to drop the record. As of tonight, they're going to be dropping it. But overall, I really enjoyed Permanence and Sleep. Great track. Good vocals from Elijah Wood. Even his screaming vocals are outstanding. And this track definitely kicks ass for how it sounds. 5 out of 5. Finding Euphoria is one of the best tracks that I've listened to, the second to last track before you get to the closing track. But it's really strong for 3 minutes and 35 or 37 seconds. But overall, I really dig the drum work, the guitar work, and Elijah Wood's vocals, and the chorus are amazing, where he says find euphoria and all that. So it's still a really strong track execution-wise, so 5 out of 5. Fade Into You is another good track. The best version of Fade that I really enjoyed. It is the longer version, so you're not listening to the 2 minute and 51 second. But this came out with the Fade song, but it's still pretty strong for how it sounds. And the longer version is always going to be the best. So 5 out of 5 for Fade Into You. Great track, definitely worth listening to. And yeah, overall production, mixing, and execution wise, I think Cane Hill stepped it up with this record. They did a fabulous job with this album. It's very melodic, so you're getting a more toned down side to Cane Hill in this record, but it still sounds good execution wise, and this record worked for what it was going for. And overall, you do get some scream moments through this record, but you get a more melodic side to Cane Hill than you usually see them doing, but it still sounds really good. I think this was one of their best records to date, from what I've listened to. I haven't listened to, back in the day, I thought Cane Hill was a little overrated in the 2020s, like 2020 or so, with the God is the Enemy song. That song, I still have my critiques about it, but I don't necessarily hate the song. I just don't prefer to listen to it, if you get my drift. But overall, I think Elijah Wood has stepped it up with his vocals, and basically this band has stepped it up really well and gone in the right direction that I personally like and really dig. And hey, hopefully if they see this review, you guys are doing an excellent job in the sound you're making with your new music, and it sounds really good. So if I were to give Cane Hill A Piece of Me I Never Let You Find a score, I'm feeling a strong 9.5 out of 10. Really good record. Gonna be on my best albums of 2024, which that video is coming out in the next month and a half. So definitely stay tuned for that video. Month or two. It's already Halloween as of now, but we're getting close to November. It's in the next day or so. But other than that, 9.5 out of 10 for A Piece of Me I Never Let You Find by Cane Hill, their new record that is dropping at midnight tonight. I hope you enjoyed this album review this afternoon, and thank you guys for watching.